welcome, welcome. Some audio issues. I think this cable's done. Hold on, gang, hold on. We're having some audio issues, but we'll battle through. Getting some fuzz. I didn't know if it was my headphones or my wire. Just tested a second pair of headphones and it's not great, so I think it might just be the wire, which is good because the headphones are more expensive than the wire. Welcome back to the stream. We're going to jump into it. We're not going to mess around, but we are going for any percent glitchless speedrun as always. Actually, we're going to do... We're doing lemon today. Lemon is a... or was... good streamer friend. Helped me on my journey massively. And he's disappeared. So we wish him all the best, because he said he'd stop streaming, but I haven't seen him in ages. He's not been online. So we hope he's good. So this one is going to be in his honour. We haven't streamed for 4 or 5 days actually, so we've got a little bit of ring rust. But in general, we've been on a good run. I can feel the end is near of my Elden Ring journey. Hopefully very near. Hopefully as in about an hour away, but we'll see. The goal is... well, the OG goal was any percent glitchless in less than 1 hour. We underestimated that, gang. We underestimated that badly. So we've reframed the goal. The current PB is 109.16. And we have been running this exact strat for over a year. When you include practicing the strats and then actually getting to runs, because it probably took me about 9 months to even start running the thing. So we've got a goal in mind of about a 105, but the kind of, I think the real goal is a deathless attempt. Right, the audio is pretty bad on my end, so I'm not sure if you're having issues on your end, but if you are, just let me know, because it's very distracting for me. Yeah, so the goal is around a 105, but... Did we register that? Yeah. We think that we can potentially, if we get a deathless run, that will give us a 105. Even if some of the bits in between are suboptimal, it'll give us probably actually closer to like a 103. So we'll definitely obviously stop if we were to get that, because when we got our 105 pace.
And I can also that you're not then. Why
one sec. We had a 105 run, the infamous choking run, where I completely choked it. I got 105, killed Elden Beast, completed the run at 105. It would have been about a 105.30, but I quit out too early because I got too excited before it registered the death. That then turned into the 109.16 PB, because I then had a couple more attempts after I was tilting, and that was what I finished on. But so on that 105 pace, my point is, despite this rambling, I think I died once. maybe twice, prior to Elden Beast. So that's how we know that the Deathless is going to deliver the 103-ish, 104-ish, something like that. And obviously then we'll call it a day.
They sir, but you, I can play turning to aid you. You need to the foot. Then summon me. Ah, I bequeath. You, it will summon Torrent. Treat him with...
And obviously the original plan was to play all of the Souls-like From Software games in under an hour. So we will get to move on to what I think is going to be Sekiro. That is the current school of thought, is the next game would be Sekiro. But we might do a vote, we might spin a wheel. We don't know yet. I think Sekiro purely because it's one of the fastest ones in terms of the runtime. And with Elden Ring being the longest, I feel like it might be nice to smash out a quick one. Here's me assuming it'll be a quick one. But there's obviously multiple endings in Sekiro. One of the endings, I can't remember what the name of it, but there's one ending that's like ridiculously short. So I think we don't do that one. Because otherwise there's no real challenge. Because if you don't have to optimise the run... If we don't have to optimise the run, then it's effectively just a pretty casual playthrough, finishing in under an hour, and then we're moving on again. It's not very exciting, is it? It's got to be a challenge. So, I mean, the other way we could do it is obviously set ourselves a time that's not under an hour. Doesn't align with the series, but now that it's Elden Ring, which is the first game of the series, because I'm not going to do that in under an hour, so... There is also a more optimal route now in Elden Ring that has been created sort of after I started on this route. Interesting. And we're too far into our practice to switch strats now. But what we may do is come all the way back around at the end when we've done all the other games and maybe learn a new strat for Elden Ring, depending on whether I'm even still streaming at that point or whether I've just completely given up. I'm not going to lie, this audio is very distracting, but I just hope it's not affecting you guys, so please let me know. And I'm going to buy another cable. Again, 507. Take it, take it.
To deter if you had... It seems Torrent, whereas I may... There is, but I can take gathering. Where at my hand.
Yeah, Elden Ring has got a lot of content and it is a masterpiece, but more than a year of playing the exact same 1 hour speedrun is definitely testing me. Definitely getting a bit old. I think what I need to do as well is just stop worrying too much about optimizations, not overthinking it, and just work on getting a nice, smooth run. We've done enough runs now to know the route, we're confident in the strats, we've just got to put it all together. And the way we do that is staying calm and trusting the process. That's nice. It's nice. Always nice when you get the warp out on that bit. The live split timer, by the way, and I do repeat myself all the time just to pre-warn you, that's just what you get if you watch my streams, but the live split timer says this is attempt 12. That is, I can assure you that's not the case. We've been through multiple different timers, different strats, different attempts, so that's just 12 attempts with this current route and this current timer, so it's probably closer to, God knows, 200, something like that. Don't really know what a good number of attempts would be. I think the reason I'm kind of... my whole channel is based on the fact that I'm just a casual, I'm a dad. I'm not playing for 8 hours a day. Then it's kind of like I can't compete with those top times for the people that would just could probably do 8 hours a day of just attempt after attempt. Like some of these guys can probably do the same amount of attempts that it'll take me in a year. They probably could do in a month, you know? How am I losing a second there? Where's the second gone? Sorry, I'm coming off the back of a bit of an illness. That's why I haven't streamed, basically. Because yesterday and Monday, ever since the weekend really, I've been really poorly. It's still on my chest a little bit. I sat down to stream on Monday night and was just like, there is no way this is happening. One, I was feeling diabolical, I was sounding diabolical, but my mind wasn't in it. There was no way I was going to perform well when I was feeling like that. It's like a sport, you know. I need to get nutrition, I need to work out, I need to do my warm-ups. I need to do my finger exercises. I'm joking, but obviously I'm joking, but like my fingers are really cold right now, and that definitely when your fingers are cold makes you worse. Are they all in a line? There's a nice green on this so far, there wasn't there? Take that. Loads of root resin. Why have I got aggro? Who am I aggroed?
Welcome. Dear value, please. I'm hungry.
Okay. This fort is always a bit crusty. I'd ever feel like I fully get this one locked in. Wow. I mean, I said it's always a bit crusty, but that is not acceptable. Right, well, there's your warm-up. I now don't really have time. Where's reset? Control. There we go. That's annoying. I now really don't have time to do a run. But we're going to do one anyway. Come on. Why are you not? Oh, well, I don't think anyone was watching anyway, so... 9 already, man. Right, it is not going well, gang. Maybe tonight's not the night. Let's see. I suppose the lateness, one thing to think is the lateness only really matters if we go deep. Whip! The actress said to the bishop. And if we go deep, then it's worth it. Because if we die early on again, then obviously we'll just have to end the run. And then we might as well end the stream. It's mad how I could do a full attack and still get a green split. Oof. 0-0. Got the bow cancel on the last one as well, didn't we? Bollocks. Bollocks! Just have to get it again. Nope. Nope. Oh, we got all them root resins as well. Bloody hell. It's a ball ache, innit? Oh well. It's going to be a shit one anyway.
And I can also let you not then wine. I am Carlin.
So I just saved loads of time then. Yeah, look at that. 2 this time. 2 more. Typical.
Have they served?
Come on, why is she just sitting there? Talk to me.
To the foot, then summon me.
Yeah.
I bequeath you. It will some torrent. Treat him with.
Thank you for the follow. Official Gaming Academy, welcome to the channel. I think you might be my first ever kick follower. Unreal. Look at that. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Nope. Ah, it's Gambling Academy. That's a much more kick thing to be, isn't it? Not Gaming Academy. Don't hit me. Make it. Damn it. Damn. It irks me so bad when I get cum rushed like that. Maybe we'll get a smoother Celia skip. We haven't had a smooth one in a while. Maybe not. Why do you sometimes not get the second jump, man? This is very annoying. Come on. Put me on the branch. Okay. Abysmal. We're always looking for a sub 5 minute Celia skip, and we're going to get like a 5:30.
To determine if you have, it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Let my hand.
So typical, isn't it, that the run that was going really well, all greens, and then now we've had to reset, we're straight into red territory. That's what I said at this exact point in the last run though, I need to just not care. Doesn't really matter. If I nail every boss, 30 seconds is not going to make any difference. If I was going for a world record, it might be different. But I'm not that guy. Seconds, you know. Take your time getting off the horse, mate, why don't you? Yeah. Wow. Wow. It's been a while since I've been poisoned. I think we should have enough time to get rid of the poison before it kills us. I think the warp away kills it. We hope. Yeah. I've got an embarrassing amount of hours in Elden Ring before I've just recently realised that fast travelling heals you and replenishes your flasks. I feel like that's something I should have picked up on my first playthrough, which was legitimately years ago. But I didn't. Way too much red on this fucking thing. Right, give me 3 at least. Oh, oh, Jesus.
Welcome. Well, you please. I'm hungry.
Right, here we go again. Well, didn't die. I'm not going to save any time though. Ooh, or maybe we will. Mm-hmm. Right, a couple of tricky jumps, and then we're into the big long run all the way to DTS, which is like a proper over 5 minute run. Which is a bit long for man. It's a time for reflection. A time to reflect on what I'm doing with my life at 37 years old, speedrunning games for nobody on the internet. To be fair, the real long trudge comes after EG. Because there's a few little warps and jumps and stuff in the meantime, just to keep it a bit interesting. Crackling is doing my head in as well. Seven blood greasers. We like to see that. Although, I'm contradicting myself here, because we used to love to see a lot of blood greasers, because more blood greasers means more attempts at some of the bosses that require blood grease. There's four bosses that benefit from blood grease. And I'd say a couple that you would need to have blood grease for. So, having lots gives you extra attempts at those ones, especially the ones that need blood grease. But seeing as the goal is not dying, and trying to optimise this run so that it's a no-death run, it kind of renders that bit moot. Just need to use the blood greases and not die. And then I think the lowest you ever get is 4, so even then you would have enough for the run. And you don't even need them, they just optimise a couple of the fights, which obviously it's a speed run, so you want it to be optimised. But for example, Dara will, you know what, even Radahn, there's an argument that blood grease could slow it down because it adds a variable that is not as consistent in every single attempt. Similarly for Morgott, it's not actually necessary. Fire Giant, I think it almost certainly is. Fire Giant has got the most specific strategy that has very little deviation. There's almost zero improv in Fire Giant. Well, there is in terms of positioning. Sometimes your positioning obviously messes up, and the positioning is super crucial, but the actual strat is identical. Whereas Morgott, for example, there's 5 different openings you can do, maybe a few more. That all determines what you then do. So there's always a little bit of improv involved. This audio is absolutely awful for me, by the way, so I know I sound like a broken record, but you've got to tell me, because if I stream for this for the next hour and then I listen to the VOD and it's all crackly, I don't know why it would be, because I use a virtual cable for recording and streaming. I don't use this cable is just for me to monitor, but I'm not particularly technical with the streaming setup, so I don't really understand how any of it works, to be honest. ChatGPT has helped me a lot, let's say. ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Do you love AI? I love AI. One for the Brits there. Right, we're getting there, gang, don't worry, we are getting there. Boss fight in about 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, because we're behind. Yeah, if we're going to have a good run, we'll have beaten the boss back within 2 minutes of this exact moment. Not to add any pressure onto myself, but... that always cracks me up, that... Whoa! Right, skip is not too, was pretty smooth. I've got into the habit of jumping off here and getting these extra root resins as well, which is just completely pointless now. Is he aiming at me? No. Right, the run's about to go live. Dead, gang. God, that's pissed me off. That was RNG as well. Right, better RNG this time. Shame. Big shame. got a bucket now. Thing is, there's just not that many time saves now until gold free, basically.
I presume. Oh, I am an old soul here, perhaps.
Yeah, I think that my one death came at gold free before we got to, obviously, Elden Beast. That was optimal. That's the perfect RNG for that fight. Which we needed. Radahn's where obviously there's a risk. Because Radahn, if we get one cycle, we could chip away some time. If we die... If we die, obviously, it's a really bad one. And it's our old friend RNGesus as well. Right, wish us luck. Right, we want this attack. Not that attack. Yes, that attack. One cycle. That's good. That is good.
Wait, I see it now. Humans always how could this was my whole existence.
Look at that. We're nearly back on pace, gang. That's unbelievable. That's one of them where it's like, do you then want to optimise the fact that there's been a death in this run? Because obviously instinctively I'm like, can't be the final run now. because I still have a death in it. But then I could not die, but then have a 2-phase Radahn. And if I were to not die and have a 2-phase Radahn, then probably on the same time. I mean, it's never ever going to be perfect, is it?
You there? Come on. You, it's tightly. Oh, God, you breached.
Okay. Question is now, do I skip the next grace? I mean, I can't believe I survived that. I mean, if we make it, we're definitely getting the grace. Get the grace. We'll get the grace. Yep. Got RNG. It wasn't good RNG. I'm gonna go for a wee. But I didn't get the headshot, which is good RNG. Back in a sec. Down to RNG, that shit. Okay, getting nearer the business end. Like I said, golf is a time save, I'm sure, because I died on him on this PB run. But then we've got the run end. Also, Ash can't be talking as if goal 3's a given, because there's a reason I died on him. He is easy, just it's hard to explain. He's one of the easiest bosses on the whole run, but there are just little mistakes you can make. I mean, the strategy's only got about 4 moves. I also really hate the bit after Morgott, the run all the way to Fire Giant. So it's like, it's going to sound awful, but there's part of me that's like, I don't mind if I die to Morgott because I know then the run is dead. And I can get an early night. I don't have to do the ridiculous mountaintops run to then end up dying anyway. Because then that's the problem, is the run still dies, but then I have a late night. I'd feel differently if I hadn't already died, obviously. Because we died to DTS, it's like, well, we already know we're going to have to do this thing again. Oh. Someone fell off. God, that was slow. Just trying to play it safe. See, we're back in the lead now because, I mean, that was very slow. I just had to play it super safe. We got stuck in a corner and we didn't like it. Also, getting the backstab was not ideal. That would have been a lot faster if I'd have got the normal riposte. Oh well. We're back ahead. Bit more green on there, that's nice. Here we are, gang. The run ender. Come on, man, let's have a bit. See how we get on. Well, that's the end. We're now being foolish because we're going to have one more go. Gaming. We'll have one more go. I mean, we're here now, aren't we? Not using another blood grease, though. I mean, we might as well, because we can't die. If we get this run, we can't die to Fire Giant, because the run will be over anyway, so... We'll call it. Right, gang. I'm going to call it. I know it's been quite a short stream and a pretty disappointing one, to be honest, but it's how it goes sometimes. I'm calling it a day because the run's dead and it's already 10 o'clock on my time. We'll do a little cheeky raid for anyone that is watching. I don't know if anyone is because we haven't had any chatters today. It's always depressing when I do a raid because I look at all the Elden Ring streams and everyone's got loads of viewers, and I never do. Let's try this one. Thanks again, guys. I always appreciate it. Always a pleasure. And hopefully I'll see you in another one.
See? Okay, we
Listen to the sound of my
definitely
voice.
need the tiny